Attention farmers and ESG experts. The biggest agricultural scandal in Brazil has put ESG under the microscope. Understand this case today. Welcome to the channel. My name is Lena Sakai. I'm Green Business Post editor, and today we're going to understand what happened in Brazil, the biggest scam on farmers, and that revealed some fragilities on the good practices in the sector. If this is the kind of content you're looking for, subscribe to our channel to receive more content like it. And the content of today is based on a talk I had with an inspector, specialist in security and intelligence that has worked for the agriculture sector, and he reveals all the problems he saw and faced himself. So follow me, the conscious ones. In the news, they say farmers suffer losses of 400 million reais. That's about $70 million in the biggest scam ever applied to agriculture in Brazil. So what happened? There was a criminal organization, mostly composed members of the same family. We can see here the members. Like here is Vinicius Melo, the main criminal, together with his sister Camila Melo. And then there is the sister-in-law, the brother, and father. So it's kind of a whole family. And these are the brothers. They escaped to United States, so be careful. They're in the Interpol red list. So what did they do? The group purchased grains such as soybeans, corn, and cotton at high prices but did not make full payment or delivered incomplete loads to customers. So this difference in large quantity summed up to $70 million. They were operating through shell companies. This company issued fake invoices to hide transactions, enabling tax evasion and money laundering. Many vehicles were seized. There were like 468 vehicles seized, so many vehicles, a lot of vehicles, including pickup trucks, double trailers, 2 aircrafts, and 7 luxury properties. We can see the aircraft here. And the property, all this property was totaling $35 million. The civil police was freezed the transactions of this group, and they seized about $3 billion of financial transactions. So there were lot more money involved in this criminal organization. What about your region, your country? What's the reality of the agriculture sector, the crimes that might happen there? What do you know? Leave your comment here. Was Edson Inspector first impressions of the news? This is not definitely involves people inside the farm. Workers would help these criminals and earn money because of that to to make this transaction happen. So maybe we thought like how they felt on this kind of scam. It's not because the farmers are stupid, but maybe they weren't convinced by other people they trust near them, and they felt in this scam because of that. He said that something very difficult to happen, he would be very impressed if that was true, is the accountant of the farm not be involved. So that's why he works with intelligence and counterintelligence. And to analyze inside the farm, he says it's counterintelligence, understand what happens inside the farm, what the workers are doing, and all the schemes that might exist. He says that putting cameras all around the farm, it's not a solution that will solve these crimes, will solve all these problems in the farm, stealing, scams happening. He said, of course, you need to have a camera to see the materials, to be able to see the farm, but that will not solve the scams to happen. He says that it's important to work with intelligence. And I asked him to explain to the farmers, to the agriculture sector, what is intelligence in the agriculture sector. And he explains a bit about it. So he starts saying that one of the great practices the farmers should adopt is to understand the political scenario and the laws that are created so you can prepare your farm, your business to a change to a change that would affect the farm, the business. So that's a way of intelligence. He says he calls it competitive intelligence. That's one way. The other way is to keep up with the market, keep up with the competitors. So he gives an example of the war in Ukraine. In the agriculture sector, Ukraine is a huge player in the world globally. They are very strong in the agriculture sector, and with the war, they stopped their activities. Then you have a new market for you that used to be from Ukraine, for example. Or the other example that I'm giving, I remember now, Russia is huge supplier of fertilizers in the world. And in Brazil, for example, they bought a lot of fertilizer from Russia, but Brazil was against Russia, so the Russia cut the fertilizer from Brazil, and then Brazil needed to, like the agriculture, needed to find other suppliers. So that's what you need to keep up with this kind of information news that's happening in the world. It's called corporate geopolitics, business geopolitics, part of the intelligence of the business. And I'll bring a last topic that's really important. It's really important for any business, not just for agriculture sector, but it's especially sensitive for agriculture sector, which is the hiring process, recruitment process in the agriculture sector. Like you need to know who are the candidates, from where they come from, their history, understand them. In the agriculture sector, it's sensitive because they they have less quantity of people that wants to work for them. That's why many countries they use professionals from other countries that are people that are fleeing for their countries, people that are immigrants. And so because they are desperate, they need jobs, they need like to sustain their family, so they would accept work, hard work in a farm. A farm is more hard work, it's less industrialized, like less machines. It's changing, but it and there most of them familiar agriculture. They don't have machines, all the machines. So it's a lot of hard work. Even big companies still have in the process part of the process that needs humans to carry things, heavy things. So there are still parts in the process that needs human work, and that kind of work is difficult to find. The worker difficult to find in this sector. So the inspector he comments that many of those workers they don't know where they come from, they don't know their history, and many are criminals. He says from other states, from other countries, there are criminals, and there is a culture and a culture to pay them in money. And so all these practices of not knowing from where these people come, because there are not many workers, you're like the farm is like desperate for a worker, so he doesn't care if uh, uh, where he comes, as long as they work and deliver the work. And that's what happens. They bring criminals inside the farm, and then these criminals, like they are very more propense to commit crimes, and they can commit a crime inside the farm. They can steal the farm and get involved into those fraudulent operations. So, what are the results of all the schemes that happened that stole money from farms. That part of the money is for the farm, and part is a tax money that would return into service for the population. So that's a huge impact in the social aspect. So the population should understand you that are not involved, but you are from the region that a crime happened, a fraud like that. People stole money from a company. You need to remember that that money would have the taxes that would go to the public services for you. So that's, I think, a very good thing to remember when we see next time another crime, money being stolen from from any initiative, especially from the private sector that are the taxpayers in the world. If this content added to your repertoire, support the channel by liking and sharing with someone that might benefit from it. Don't forget to subscribe to our newsletter in the description because the social media not always deliver the notification. This was the content of today Green Business Post, Responsible Impacts for Sustainable Communities.